let's say we had the omnipotent AI, so to speak, that was able to, where we turn over the control of the central bank to the AI, we turn over all these other things to the AI. Then the question is, we say to the AI, now do the right thing. What Gödel's theorem shows is that that will never work.
The fact that the universe is a giant computer means that there are features of the universe and things that are going to happen that we'll never be able to predict, even if we use the entire universe to predict it. Because it means that there are things that are going to happen where the only way to find out what's going to happen is just to wait and see.
The really meaningful reality is the higher level thing. It is exactly us and our consciousness and so on. And whether it's quarks or schmorks or something else is actually quite secondary. We have an existence then which is somewhat substrate independent. And I think that's also a very empowering idea. And that's the mathematics. It works exactly because it's all mathematical, yes.
The most effective way of balancing neurochemistry is to balance our lives. Remember, experience changes the brain.
And to me, the value of the science is that it increases awareness, so we understand just how powerful those things are, and that the time we spend with our friends and family is not the stuff we do after we've done the important stuff, that it is the important stuff.
This is straight out of math. Complex systems which don't allow optimal self-organization move towards chaos or rigidity.
But what was really interesting was that the high-achieving groups were not those where they had one or two people with spectacularly high IQ, nor were the most successful groups the ones that had the highest aggregate IQ.
He was called the super wolf. He distinguished himself from other wolves because his behavior and his personality were extraordinary.
But math, in this day and age, is like a giant set of power tools that we're leaving on the floor, not plugged in health, while we use hand saws. If we have a lot of shared genotypes, and a lot of shared outcomes, and a lot of shared lifestyle choices, and a lot of shared environmental information, we can start to tease out the correlations between subtle variations in people, the choices they make, and the health that they create as a result of those choices. And there's open source infrastructure to do all of this.
All data that's being gathered en masse, right? Well, what's interesting about the real world data from this proliferation of sensors, right? The traffic lights are all monitoring you and able to do facial recognition, stuff like this. What's interesting about this kind of our future 1984 scenario is that all those real world sensors are having all your data aggregated and sold and traded without you ever knowing it's being obtained.
Now, because your corporeal self has rights. But if I can simulate you, if I can have enough information about you that I can build a simulation of you, I can put that simulation in a lab. And I can prod it, and I can psychoanalyze it, and I can study it all I want using whatever techniques I want. Because your simulation has no rights under the law today. So that's one of the things that we need to change. This is not just a technical issue. This is also a matter of legislation.
These are just some of the reasons to work on bettering our
mindset, data set, human connection.